13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
It's chilly across downtown Macon this morning, but it will warm up very quickly this afternoon. We'll talk about how high we'll go today and into the week ahead. That's coming up.
That's why it's so important for the community to come together, join together, and try to save our children.
After a string of violence in Milledgeville, people are coming together to try and put an end to it. How organizers and families want to make a difference.
I can't believe this moment. I can't believe I won. This is probably the biggest opportunity I've had.
That's right, there it is, this year's little Mr. and Mrs. Cherry Blossom. Hear how excited the little ambassadors of the Pinkest Party on Earth are to serve in their new roles.
Plus, beating the feeling of burnout that can impact anyone. How to cope to the cause of the mental health issue coming up on this Mental Health Monday.
Good Monday morning, Central Georgia. You're taking a live look over a beautiful downtown Macon. The time is now 6:32 a.m. here on this February the 6th. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. I'm Wanye Reese. We're going to get straight to meteorologist Alex Forbes. He has a check on your forecast.
Yeah, good morning, Wanye. We are looking live at the temperature map. 43 in Macon, 43 in Warner Robins, 41 in Dublin, Wrightsville, Sandersville, 39 up in Monticello. When you factor in the what's going on around the southeast, we are right in the middle of what's going on across the state of Georgia. 33 in Rome, warming up to 52 down in Brunswick, so it makes sense we're in the 40s. And honestly, you look up towards the north, you're not going to find temperatures too much colder. 34 in Lexington, 36 in Nashville, and 21 now in Denver. So they've got the cold spot on the map over there in Colorado this morning. On the radar picture, not expecting to see anything, and we are not seeing anything across the area, and really not a whole lot across the southeast either. Not even a whole lot in the way of cloud cover. Now into the day ahead, going to be talking about temperatures into the 60s by the noon hour. A high temperature of 68 under mostly clear skies with just a cloud or two. The winds will be light today. Sunrise comes your way right around 7:26 later on this morning. But coming up in a few minutes, we're going to talk more about the temperatures that we have on the docket for the days ahead, but also storms on the docket for Thursday. All the details you need to know, including a soggy end to the week, comes your way in just a moment.
Thank you, Alex. We'll check in with you soon. Right now, a bicyclist is dead after a car hit him. Bibb Coroner Leon Jones identified the victim as 49-year-old Alex Davidson of Macon. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says Davidson was riding his bike into eastbound traffic on Eisenhower Parkway between Log Cabin Drive and Bloomfield Road when he was hit. He was taken to the hospital where he died. The driver of the car was treated at the scene. The crash is still under investigation this morning. Right now, a 13-year-old is in the hospital dealing with injuries after a crash. A crew airlifted that 13-year-old to the hospital after an ATV crash in Monroe County yesterday. In a Facebook post, Monroe County Emergency Services says the teen was with friends when the accident happened. They say the teen suffered a head injury and broken collarbone. They urge everyone who rides an ATV to always wear a helmet. A woman is now in jail after the Taylor County Sheriff's Office went on a search mission for her over the weekend. They found her yesterday. They arrested 26-year-old Haley Elizabeth Andrus, also known as Haley Gibson, in connection to a shooting in the Mock, Georgia area. The Taylor County Sheriff's Office had an active aggravated assault warrant out for her arrests. Down in Warner Robins, police continued to search for the person responsible for a shooting in a Food Depot parking lot. Police say it happened on Saturday morning at the store off of Watson Boulevard. They say a man in a black Honda Accord started shooting a gun at a dark Dodge Charger. Both cars sped away. Several bullets hit businesses in the shopping center, but no people were hit, thankfully. The shooting is still under investigation. If you have any information, you should reach out to the Warner Robins Police Department. In Bibb County, deputies are searching for the person who robbed a Circle K at gunpoint. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says it happened at the location on Northside Drive. They say the man went into the Circle K and demanded cash from the cashier using a gun. He got the money and ran away. The man is described as wearing a black hoodie, jeans, and a blue and white mask. That robbery as well is still under investigation. If you have any information, you should reach out to the Bibb County Sheriff's Office at 478-751-7500. That number again for you, it's 478-751-7500. It's 6:36. Some good news for drivers across the state. AAA says the state gas price average dropped from a week ago. Georgia drivers are now paying an average price of $3.34 per gallon for regular gas, making the state average 5 cents lower than a week ago. As supply expands, the national average is also seeing a drop. Since last Monday, the national average declined by 3 cents to $3.47. Well, people in Milledgeville are fighting to make a difference. Over the weekend, people got together to address recent crimes, specifically among the youth in our community. This comes just days after someone shot and killed 18-year-old Saeed Devon Javier when two people broke into his home in Baldwin County on Thursday. Alicia Bly, one of the organizers of the event, says their community is facing crime, gun violence, domestic violence, poverty, and so much more. She says that this event is to offer a safe space, an opportunity to check in with people and what change that they would like to see around them. Shadonna Solomon says that she lost two of her sons to gun violence in Milledgeville, and she says it's time for a change.
We need community centers, we need counselors, we need school. We just need to be in place for them, but they could come. We have to show them the way that they should be living. We have to show that. It's not fortunate that everybody has a lovely life. So that's why it's so important for the community to come together, join together, and try to save our children.
Amen. Organizers say that they will continue to organize events just like this, showing support and a safe place for folks who are feeling the effects of violence in the community. Well, you know, here at 13, Mondays are about your mental health. From job burnout to school burnout, it's happening everywhere, right? On this Mental Health Monday, we're looking into an issue that affects so many of us. Our morning reporter, TJ Anthony, joins us live in studio with this week's Mental Health Monday. So, TJ, fill us in. I'm looking forward to this segment.
Yep, good morning, Wani. Look, burnout has no specific address or even age. It can impact anyone. It can leave you feeling sad, unmotivated, or even just powerless. So today we're giving you some tools to help fight back against burnout so you'll be ready for the next time you feel you're near the bottom of your own tank.
Trying to maintain your passion while having such rigorous coursework and not the best teachers all the time is a little bit stressful.
With the stress college can bring, Mercer student Alexandria Brody says she works to keep her energy up, but sometimes it gets tough.
Sometimes you get to a point where it feels like you aren't improving or seeing the results you want to see, and I get really defeated. I keep pushing anyways, and I think that's kind of more so where the burnout becomes persistent.
Mental health counselor Gloria Cisse says burnout impacts people from classrooms to boardrooms.
As a result of working in a place where it can be very stressful, or it can be chaotic, or people can just be tired.
Cisse says burnout can cause depression and even lead to physical symptoms in some cases, like body aches and extreme fatigue. A good work-life balance, taking breaks, resting, and mindfulness help you move past burnout and keep your attitude and body in a good place.
A grounding technique or a breathing technique or some kind of thing to kind of bring yourself back to the present is really helpful.
For Alexandria, that's reading.
Like things that I choose to read kind of transport me so I have a moment to myself and to feel like I'm in control.
And therapist Gloria Cisse also says managers should be more mindful of their employees and try to take care of them. Because at the end of the day, if they're happy, they can perform better, right, Wanya?
Definitely. You are right 1,000%, TJ. It's 6:39. The biggest party on earth may be just over a month away, but this morning we're sending a big congratulations to this year's little Mr. and Miss Cherry Blossom. So help me out, fellas. Drum roll, please. Here are your new little Mr. and Miss Cherry Blossom, Mr. Damon and Miss Denver. Over the weekend, dozens of kids ages 5 to 7 from across Central Georgia dressed in their best and competed in the pageant at Wesleyan College in the Porter Auditorium. Now, Damon and Denver will be the new enthusiastic ambassadors for the Cherry Blossom Royal Court.
I can't believe this moment. I can't believe I won. This is probably the biggest opportunity I've had. Pretty excited, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity, and I'm happy that my family could come to see me.
Again, a big congratulations to those kiddos. The Cherry Blossom Festival runs from March the 17th to the 26th. Well, we're taking a stroll down memory lane this Black History Month. Coming up, we share the story of a Central Georgia trumpet player who is named amongst the greats. Plus, love is in the air. We show you the reason why brides across Central Georgia are now inspired, and we share off your love that's happening in the community right now. The time is now 6:41. Alex, seems like it might be a nice day to take a walk a little bit later on this afternoon.
That's right. The temperature is going to be very warm across central Georgia. Talking about highs in the 60s later on today. But this morning, though, far from it. As we look live from downtown, you can see the first light beginning to come up. Sunrise not officially until 7:30. 43 in Macon, 43 in Warner Robins, 41 in Dublin, 40 in Perry. And when we look around central Georgia, we're finding temperatures pretty much in that range. 39 in Unadilla and McRae, 36 now in Monticello, and 43 waking up in Monroe County. Across the state, we got 52 down along the coast. Meanwhile, it's 33 up in northwest Georgia, up in Rome. And up towards the north, you're going to find colder temperatures, but not that much colder than we are here in central Georgia this morning. A ridge in place across the eastern 2/3 of the country, keeping us not only quiet, but also warmer than, say, a normal February morning across the United States. So clear on the radar picture and clear all across the southeast as well. There's that high back over into Mississippi. That is going to keep us quiet through the day today. So let's talk about it. Into the noon hour, temperatures upper 50s, low 60s already by the noon hour across central Georgia. Then once we get into the afternoon, looking at a high in the mid to upper 60s. Some clouds through the overnight hours. Temperatures not quite as cold tomorrow morning as they are this morning across central Georgia. And then once we get to tomorrow afternoon, expecting temperatures to be just a few degrees warmer. And that's going to be the trend through the week. Each morning a little warmer than the previous, each afternoon a little warmer than the previous until we get to about Thursday or so. And that's when the script will begin to flip. So once we get to Wednesday or so, we're going to be closer to that 70-degree number. So into the end of the week, here comes our next rainmaker. There we are Thursday at 5 p.m. Now pay attention to the timing here. The rain moving in Thursday at 5 p.m. We play this forward and it slows down. We're still going to be hanging on to it by the time we get to Friday afternoon and evening. It looks like not clearing out until the overnight hours into Saturday. But we will be clear for the weekend by Saturday and Sunday. So the rain Thursday, Friday, clearing by Saturday and Sunday. The temperatures running above average as well. 68 today, 70 tomorrow, 74 by Wednesday. We're going to hang on to the 70s through the rainfall before we're back down to 65 on Friday. So if you're keeping track, we are getting closer to spring, officially 42 days away, 62 days away from Easter. That means we are 58 days away from the Masters. Of course, we got to get through St. Patrick's Day and Valentine's Day. Ahead of that, Valentine's Day is next Tuesday. Here's your out-the-door forecast through the day today. Into the 60s, 66 by about 2, 67 at 4. I do think we touch 68 before all is said and done. That is above the average of 62 under mostly clear skies, with just a cloud or two across central Georgia. Here comes the 7-day forecast. We've got 70 for tomorrow, 74 on Wednesday, as we just talked about. Increasing clouds on Wednesday as well. And then here comes the storms on Thursday. The storms will not be long-lived. It will give way to a steady rainfall through the day on Friday, and then temperatures much cooler for the weekend. 50s for highs and 30s for lows.